Hi. 20 years ago today, our lives changed forever. I was 9 months pregnant, sat on the settee, 9 months pregnant. It was a due date. My ex came in, arguing over the surname of the baby. Cut a long story short, 5 days later, I woke up with my baby laid next to me. I had no idea. First thing I remember saying when I woke up is, I'm still pregnant. My mum kept on pushing my baby to me, my son. I said, "You've got a baby boy, you've got a baby boy." But all I could remember, my last memories were being sat on that settee. It's strange how in one night your life just changed. They actually diagnosed me as preeclampsia and said, oh, it's to do with the pregnancy and to do with the baby, you're fine. About 5 days later, might have been a few more, they put me downstairs, put me in a room on my own, shut the doors, gave me 3-4 bottles and said night, and shut the door and left me. And all I can remember is looking at this baby and thinking, whose is that? That's mine. It was really difficult looking back, then not bonding with my son, but all of a sudden it's like being handed this item and saying, do you know what I mean? Being handed it and saying, love it. I didn't even know what was happening, and I felt so crap. I can remember my head still hurting. I'd had a section. I also remember walking outside and saying to this woman, "Oh, when you due?" And she said, "I've already had it." I went, "Oh, sorry." Oh, God, not like me to put my foot in it. So, anyway, 6 weeks later, I was at Nottingham. And I remember walking up the stairs with Kian in my hand, putting him in the cot. And then waking up in Queen's Med. No idea what had happened. Apparently I'd had about 8-9 seizures. Six weeks later after having a baby. So they diagnosed me with being epileptic. From having a good successful job, then more or less work weren't sympathetic. I had to leave work. Had horrendous tablets at the beginning. They tried me firstly on Epilim, but as soon as I took Epilim, I threw it straight back up again. I couldn't take it, and I couldn't even take it in liquid form. I was coping with a new baby. My family were, obviously, and my friends were fantastic. But, I don't know, I was so poorly. I was fitting all the time. And when I say fitting, I don't just mean like staring into space, like absences. I mean like full-on tonic-clonics. It was scary. Some of the medications that they tried me on, nobody in Doncaster had it, and I'd got to try it. It didn't work, basically. A load of nonsense. It made me lose my hair. It made me at one point lose my vision. Made me pile on weight. And then I lost weight. Obviously lots of side effects, which I know a lot of people get. But even so, I was still fitting. My speech wasn't very good at all. I was dribbling down the side of my mouth whenever I spoke. I couldn't get my words out. I couldn't concentrate. Times I fitted, times I spent in hospital at Christmas. I know I'm going to start crying now. God, sorry. I remember, obviously, just worried who'd have keying. A lot of my seizures weren't too bad. When I say weren't too bad, weren't very nice, obviously. You'd wake up in such pain. It's like being in a round with Mike Tyson. I bit my tongue. So many times I've got a lump out of it. They didn't stitch it up. So I've now got a piece out of my tongue missing. And also as a mum, I feel guilt for not being there for my son. Because many times I was in hospital. I was in, I got sent to Liverpool. Professor Chadwick sent me to Liverpool for video telemetry. That's basically where they take you off all your medication and make you fit. So they did that, put all these tests on my head. I actually got dropped out of bed. They dropped me on the floor. 3 weeks I was away from him. My dad says he can remember me being in the back of the car, slumped in the corner. Not even hardly acknowledging him. I was so worried. I was drugged up to anything. But I still fitted. Every test they did was, can't find anything. I've got nothing wrong on my brain. Nothing wrong. No bruising. Nothing. They just don't know why it happens. And it can be so embarrassing. You can be out somewhere. You don't feel like not necessarily you've got a life, but at one point I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't catch a bus. I was scared to go out in case I fitted. Because I've been on the train station and I've fitted with my mum. And people look at you as though you're drunk and they walk past you. And you can remember that. And it's like you kind of think, that's not me. I'm not that person. But you have them memories. Fitted in town. Fitted pretty everywhere, nearly. On a field when I was walking the dog on my own. I don't get much warning, and then bam, it happens. So you feel like you're like a walking time bomb. People look at you and think, oh, at the minute now, they think, oh, she's all right. But sometimes it can be hard to deal with. Hard to get your head round. Really hard to get your head round. Because the time before last, the seizure was really nice. I actually didn't think I was coming out of it. I couldn't get my way out. I felt as though I couldn't get my way out. I can remember the night there and my mum was at the side of me because my mum, bless her, she always stays. She's 76 and she sleeps on this stupid flat out chair. There's only one in the hospital. It's ridiculous.
And she always stays and she'll say, go back to sleep, you're having another one. And then I'll fit again. And then as I went back to sleep, it's so difficult to describe, but I was trying to get back out of the fit and I couldn't. And it was like trying to get back, and I thought I wasn't going to see my son again or my family. That really scared me. Really, really scared me. Sorry, I shouldn't cry. Normally brave, put on a brave face. Right, the fear. Sometimes your body gives you a movement and you think, oh God, is this it? Is this, am I going to fit? Am I going to fit? And it is a lot of fear because you just don't know when it's going to happen. Could be sat on the loo when it happened. Could be having sex. Not that that's going to happen. But you don't know. You just don't know whenever it's going to happen. And even after nearly 20 years, you learn to live with it. And I tell you what, I'm so proud of my son because he's seen some stuff. He's seen me fitting. He's been without me. He's called at 5. He called the ambulance for me because he actually slept in the bed with me. And he woke up and I was fitting, so he picked up the phone and called the ambulance, and fire brigade came, and he passed the key. He was tiny little. He went downstairs, bless him, while I was fitting, and passed the keys through an old cat flap we had in the other house, so they could get to me. I know it upsets him, and I know it upsets my mum and dad, because it can't be nice seeing your daughter in the state that I'm in. I wet myself. It's like I don't know. It's like you become another person. And it's so hard, because you don't want to be that person. And it inhibits you to do stuff. I like to do things, and I get so far, and then it's like your brain won't let you, and that's so frustrating. The driving and things like that, it'd be nice, but I'm used to it now after God knows how long. It doesn't really bother me as much. But I'm doing really, really well at the minute. I've gone 6 months seizure free. I don't even call it work, because I love the guy I look after. It's called Patrick. I love my friends. I love my family, my close family. They've been amazing support. And I love my son, and I'm so proud of him. Throughout everything, to turn out normal when everything is seen is remarkable. The medication I'm on seems to be levelled out as such. I know everybody's on different medication, and I know it's levels and dosages and everything. I have a panic button at the side of my bed. So if I do feel as though I'm going to fit, I press it and it dials straight to 999, and I speak to a lady, and then I'll say fitting like that because I can't really talk. And then they'll say, right, we're getting an ambulance to you, and then an ambulance comes to me. I can't have heat on my head. That sets them off. You just have to adjust your life, but it can be inhibiting. But you do learn to deal with it. And I tell you what, this little guy, I don't know if you can see him. I think he's asleep. Alfie? He's been my rock. Throughout everything. He's not. I did try to go for a support dog in the early years, but unfortunately I wasn't able to. But he's amazing. He licks my face when, he tries to tell people that I'm not well. And he's always there. So I've started doing yoga. That calms your brain. But it's frustrating because you want to be able to do more. I suppose that's probably my fault. It's because my brain's very, very active and I'm always wanting to do things. But I can't. And it's hard. Because the fear of that, being in a fit like that again was, no, I can't have that. And I know people can die after having a fit. But that's not going to happen. I know I'm not going anywhere. I sometimes think it helps to talk about things or talk about it. So, because over the last 20 years, I've not got an epilepsy nurse. Well, I did have at the beginning, but every time she came, she kept on saying to my mum, "Is she all right? How's she doing?" Kept on thinking, I'm here. What are you saying? Is she all right for? And they just, she wound me off the clock. I thought, don't. And then, no. And then to be fair, she dwindled. And if I wanted to find any information out about my condition or how things help me, or I found it out myself. I've learned everything myself. I've gone in hospitals and they've said, "Oh, you need a lumbar puncture. You need this." I said, "You first." I said, "I've had 3, or I'm 2 or 3. I said, "I'm not having another one." "No, sorry." And because they just can't find anything anyway. So, don't think so, mate. Don't lumbar puncture me. And they've said, "All right then." So they were going to do it. Give me a lumbar puncture and not find anything. It's all about managing your life, I know that. To which I'm trying to do. And I know a lot more people are epileptic than, it's like 1 in 3 apparently. Everybody's got epilepsy inside them. It's a trigger that sets it off. So, anyway, enough about my tears, and just got out the shower. Me scruffy and crying. But hey, 20 years, 20 years I'm going to be better. I am. I'll knock this on the head. Positive thinking. Okay, night.